Rumination is the number one compulsion that nobody realizes they're doing. Most people think of compulsions as checking, washing, seeking reassurance, the kind of more visible stuff. But the truth is, some of the most powerful compulsions happen entirely in your own head. And rumination is really the sneakiest of them all. So why is this? Well, it disguises itself as kind of figuring things out. It feels productive, it feels necessary, but it's actually keeping you stuck in the OCD cycle. Our brain gets triggered by something, a thought, a kind of urge, a sensation, whatever it might be. And straight away, we find ourselves wanting to kind of have certainty about it. And this is where the rumination kind of takes over. We start thinking to ourselves, I'm just gonna figure that one out. I'm just gonna try to get a bit more certainty about that particular thing. Why did I get that intrusive thought? Or what did that sensation mean? Or what would happen if I acted on that urge? And of course, all of these thoughts, all of these ruminations, they tend to lead to one place, which is more mental rumination. And before we know what's going on, we find ourselves stuck in the OCD cycle, going round in circles. We're looking for that certainty. We keep on thinking about things again and again and again. And we tell ourselves that we're doing this for a good reason because, thinking about this is the responsible thing to do. It's the safe thing to do. And it's the thing that's going to lead to us kind of finding the solution to this problem. But actually, that's the trap, because the very thing that we're doing here by trying to think about it more, by trying to have more certainty, is we're getting ourselves, stuck more and more deeply into that OCD cycle. And of course, the more that we do that, the harder it is to get ourselves out of it. One of the biggest problems with rumination is that it kind of feels involuntary. Almost like it's automatic. You probably don't even realize that you're doing it until you're kind of 10 minutes into it. And, the idea of letting go of it once you've actually started, well, it can be very difficult to kind of do that. I used to kind of personally get completely stuck in my thoughts for hours at a time, whether that was kind of relationship OCD or harm OCD or focusing on trying to solve sensorimotor OCD. I had so many different themes, and all of them could kind of ensnare me in the rumination trap, where I would spend hours looking for certainty about that problem, trying to kind of identify the issue from all of the different angles, and not really being willing to walk away from the rumination until I felt a certain kind of way. But the sad thing about rumination is that it never leads to clarity. It only leads to kind of more compulsions and feeling more stuck. A quick note, if this is resonating with you and you're stuck in the OCD loop, I do offer a free discovery call. To get that, you can head over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com. There's a link in the show notes. So how do you stop something that feels so automatic? Well, first you stop treating rumination like a thinking problem and start seeing it as a behavioral one. You may not choose the kind of first thought, but what happens next can actually become a choice. Not right away, not perfectly, but gradually. And that starts by learning to recognize, when you're actually in that rumination cycle, when you're spinning, when you're going round in circles. For me, this meant catching the moment. I shifted from kind of living to actually being stuck in my head and analyzing. I had to stop asking, what's the right answer here? And start asking, is this helpful to be thinking in this way? And that single question was really a lifeline here, because most of the time the answer to that question is no. If you're stuck in your head, if you're going round in circles, then it's not helping you to be in the present. It's not helping you to live your life by your values. And it's probably not going to be good for you. Every time I was able to kind of catch myself and interrupt that rumination process and kind of ask that question, well, that was real progress for me, because I was kind of breaking up that pattern of behavior. I wasn't just doing the rumination in the same way anymore. I was actually beginning to kind of ask questions about it, and that changes things. So here's the challenge. The next time your brain pulls you into the loop, see if you can pause and ask, am I actually solving something here, or just trying to feel better? And if it's the second one, then try to step out, return to the moment, do something else altogether, even if it's uncomfortable in the short term, even if the uncertainty is still there. You don't have to wait until you feel certain to move forward with your life. That's actually the trap of the OCD. The real progress comes when you choose to act, even with doubt there in the background. Rumination wants your attention and your energy, and you don't have to give it either. The real progress comes when you choose to act, even with doubt there in the background. Rumination desperately wants your attention and your energy, and you don't have to give it either. This is something that really kind of felt like it was ruining my life for a long time, but today is something that I'm able to manage really well. And if you would like some support with doing that yourself, I do offer a free discovery call. To get that, you can head over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com. There's a link in the show notes. This video is for education only. It's not therapy or medical advice. If you're struggling, please speak with a licensed mental health professional.